What's going on, guys? My name is Ryan Snaadt, it rhymes with odd, and welcome to another video. This week we're going to be talking about iPhone videography and specifically how to use a gimbal to get smooth shots with your iPhone. The gimbal I'm going to be using for this example is the Moza Mini S. There's a couple different versions, and just full disclosure, guys, Moza did send this gimbal to me for free, but this is not a sponsored video. These are my candid remarks, and I'm just going to be showing you guys how you can actually use an iPhone to get some pretty stable and professional looking shots on a budget. So if you want to learn more about iPhone videography, make sure to smash the subscribe button and like button on this video, and let's get right into the tips right now. And specifically what a gimbal for your iPhone is going to let you do is stabilize your footage when you're moving around so you don't get that jarring shake effect when you're walking around, stepping really heavily with your camera. Gimbals are kind of a need to have at this point when you're trying to get smooth tracking shots. And there's so many great applications with the one gimbal that you can do a lot with it. So in the terms of this review, I'm going to be covering the build quality, the actual practical applications you can use for an iPhone gimbal, as well as some of the built-in features with their app. And then we'll finish up with the overall feelings that I have for this gimbal and where you can get one if you like it, and some other options on the market if this is not the one for you. First off, you get this cool traveling case, which is pretty small, that can tuck all the different aspects of this gimbal in this little tiny pouch. And then you get some nice little wipes for the screen, which is kind of nice. A really cool feature about this is that once you get it all set up, you can actually power your phone through the gimbal, which is really nice because my phone's actually dead right now. So I can charge it through the gimbal as I'm running around shooting video with it. Then you're gonna put your hand right here, and then you've got a couple options for the thumb back here. You've got a joystick that can move around, that can pan and tilt the camera back and forth. You got a start and stop button for the recording function, the power button. The overall build quality for this is not going to be like the most heavy-duty, hefty, titanium alloy metal gimbal. This one's gonna be made primarily with plastic, so I will say it is pretty comfortable in the hand when you're holding it right here. The little trigger here is nice as well. But when you put it down ergonomically, you can get your hand here, you can grab a second one here. So if you're doing like a two-handed move up or move down, that's kind of a good move to do for kind of a crane shot. Once you get the gimbal popped open right here, it's really easy to set up. Go to the App Store on your phone and look for the Moza Genie app. This is gonna be the app that's gonna control your camera while you're operating the gimbal simultaneously. With phone gimbals, a lot of people use third-party apps like Filmic Pro or some other ones. I'll link them up in the description box below so you can check those out. But I prefer just to use the manufacturer ones myself. So mounting the gimbal is a little bit different than you would with a normal camera. I'm gonna take my phone with the camera side over here on my left, on your guys' right, and just stick it in the prongs here. So you're gonna, and once you're mounted in there, you're ready to go. Kind of flippity-floppity without the power on, so now you can power it up. So hold it down for about 3 seconds, and now we've got power. So this is pretty sweet, right out of the box. If you just follow these steps, you can be powered up and ready to go in like a minute, which is really, really sweet. On the top left, you're gonna be able to see your battery life of both your phone and the gimbal, which is really nice to monitor that. Bottom left is gonna be the gallery, so you can look through some of the videos that you've already shot. So on the right-hand side here, you're gonna see a zoom feature. Right now, it's just 1.2x. But if I want to really zoom in for something far away, I can tap the button here and then zoom in to about 8 times zoom. I have an iPhone 8, I believe, so if you go to the top right, I've got 1080p, 30 frames a second, which is the default. So if you're shooting with an iPhone, I definitely recommend shooting in 4K if you can, if you have the storage on your phone to do so. You can do 120 frames a second, so this is great if you're doing slow motion, like a real estate video, or nice cinematic slow motion shots. I can go all the way up to 4K at 60 frames a second. So again, amazing quality right out of your phone. You already had this feature built into your iPhone, but this is gonna harness that and make it nice and smooth when you're getting smooth tracking shots. It's pretty intuitive for a beginner. Me personally, I'm used to a Sony interface, so this is a little bit more rudimentary in terms of what the Sonys do compared to this. Granted, there aren't as many settings that I can toy with manually with an iPhone compared to a DSLR camera. I've used a gimbal for a lot of different situations, for weddings, for real estate, for corporate videography, for B-roll, sticking it out of a car, just a whole ton of different reasons and situations that you would want to use a gimbal. Like I said, for this specific iPhone gimbal and any iPhone gimbal really, you're not going to be really that higher level videography quality, just because you're limited to the camera quality of your iPhone. Now, for a hobbyist, for somebody just getting into videography, or somebody that's traveling, I would definitely say an iPhone gimbal is something you want to look into. I would definitely recommend one of these, whether it's this Moza or something related. Like I said, I'm going to link up some different options below in the description box, so if you're shopping around for an iPhone gimbal, I'll put some different options down there for you to check out. If you've used an iPhone gimbal, make sure to drop a comment below in the comment section and let us know what your experience has been with it. Like I said, I'm kind of new to the iPhone gimbal space, so if there are other ones out there that you're liking, that you've used, make sure to share those in the comment section below if somebody's in that market. I just released a free 50-minute business training that'll teach you the 9 biggest mistakes of solo videography. I love doing this type of stuff and giving as much knowledge back to you guys as I can, so if you want to learn about the business side of this type of stuff and how to make money creating videos for companies, brands, and other people like that, make sure to tune into that webinar, which will be located in the description box below. Again, 100% for free, just trying to give you guys as much value as I can. Okay, that about does it for me, guys. My name is Ryan Snaadt. It rhymes with odd, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace!